You've seen them. The contractor couple in your market who seems to have it all figured out. The jobs they're landing, the team they've built, the way they talk about their business, like it's something that works for them instead of something they're constantly working against. And for just a second, maybe longer than you'd like to admit, you've wondered, why them and not us?
Why them? Why not me? Why not you?
Not with bitterness, not even really with envy, just with that quiet, uncomfortable question that sits in the back of your mind on the long drives home.
Sitting here in my driveway alone with my thoughts?
Is that actually available to us? Well, I have the answer, and it's yes. Absolutely yes, but not for the reason that you think. And not until we address the one thing that's quietly making sure it stays just out of reach. Welcome back to Build for Two, Mindset Shift. Well, hey there. I'm Kimberly Ferguson, CEO and founder of The Emerald Edge, and we help contractor couples build profitable businesses where the ceiling isn't set by the market, the economy, or even the competition, but by the size of the vision they're willing to carry.
It's like in the vision.
Last episode, we talked about identity, specifically the shift from thinking of yourself as a contractor who owns a business to a CEO who happens to build things. If you haven't watched that one, go back and start there, because everything we're about to talk about builds directly on top of it.
Go ahead. I'll wait for you here.
Because here's what I found. Most contractor couples who are stuck at six figures aren't stuck because of their skills.
Why am I stuck?
They're not stuck because of their market. They're not stuck because of their team or their clients or their cash flow, although those things can certainly make it harder. They're stuck because the mindset that got them to six figures has an expiration date, and nobody told them. So today we're talking about what that means and what to do about it.
No one has ever said anything.
So first of all, let's give credit where credit is due, because the mindset that got you to six figures, it's actually pretty remarkable. You figured things out yourself. You found the best deal on materials. You outworked everyone else around you. You didn't pay for something that you could learn on YouTube. You kept overhead low. You stayed scrappy, and you made things happen with whatever resources you had. And it worked. That mindset built something real, something you should be genuinely proud of.
Pat on the back. Come on.
But here's the thing that nobody really wants to talk about regarding the six-figure mindset, and that is that it has an expiration date.
It expired in 1966!
The very beliefs that got you here, do it yourself, protect every dollar, time is cheap, trust nobody else to do it as well as you. Those are the exact same beliefs that create the ceiling you're bumping up against right now.
Come, Rasties, I'll break through!
I actually work with a contractor couple who has always seen themselves as the hands and feet of the business, if you know what I mean. If you saw the last episode, they were the epitome of the I'm a contractor who owns a business. After a few months of working together and realizing that if they truly wanted a business where they weren't constantly stuck living from job to job, struggling every single time payroll comes around, well, they needed to step out of the jobs, and he needed to become the CEO. And from that point on, everything changed.
Everything is different now.
So let me show you exactly what I mean. So at six figures, doing it yourself makes sense. You're the most skilled person in the business. Your time is relatively available, and the cost of hiring someone often outweighs the benefits at that stage. So you do it yourself, and well, it works. But at seven figures, doing it yourself becomes the bottleneck. There aren't enough hours. The complexity is too high. The decisions are too many, and the cost of not hiring someone in time, in stress, in missed opportunities, far away the costs of bringing them on.
Whatever this costs, it's worth it.
At six figures, protecting every dollar makes sense. Margins are so tight. Every expense feels significant. Watching costs closely is genuinely important at that stage, so you protect every dollar, and it works. But at seven figures, protecting every dollar becomes penny wise and pound foolish. The investments that feel expensive, the right hire, the right system, the right advisor, are exactly the ones that unlock the next level. And refusing to make them because they feel costly is actually the most expensive decision you could make.
That sounds expensive.
At six figures, time feels cheap. There's always more of it. You can grind through. You can work extra hours. You can figure it out as you go. So you treat time as an unlimited resource. And it works. But at seven figures, time is your most valuable asset. How you spend it, what you protect it from, and what you're willing to pay to get more of it. Those decisions determine everything. Same business, different stage, completely different rules. And the contractor couples who make the leap from 6 to 7 figures are the ones who recognize that the rules have changed. And they change with them.
I can compromise. I can change.
So here's where we get to the heart of it. Your business, the one you've already built, is closer to 7 figures than you probably think. The infrastructure is there, or it's being built. The reputation is there. The capability is there. The question isn't whether your business is ready. The question is whether you believe you're the person who gets to run a 7-figure business. And I want you to sit with that for a second, because for a lot of contractor couples, there's a quiet voice, one they've never said out loud, that whispers something like, 7 figures is for other people. Our market isn't big enough for that. We're not the type of business that gets that big. I wouldn't even know what to do with that kind of revenue. Those aren't facts. They're beliefs. And beliefs, unlike facts, can be changed.
That stupid little voice in my head.
So, how do you actually make this shift? How do you move from a 6-figure mindset to a 7-figure mindset in a practical, tangible way? Because we all know you're practical and tangible people.
Yes, of course.
You use what I call the 7 framework, because 7 figures doesn't just happen. It's built belief by belief, decision by decision, shift by shift. So let's walk through each step.
Please follow me.
So first we have S, which is stop trading time for money. This is the foundational shift of the 7-figure mindset. At 6 figures, your time and your income are directly linked. You work more, you make more. You work less, you make less. That's the contractor model. But at 7 figures, your income is linked to the value your business creates, not the hours that you personally put in. So that means building systems, building people, building processes that generate value, whether you're on the job site or not.
Without work.
So every time you take on a task that could be done by someone else, you're choosing that 6-figure model. And every time you invest in a system or a person that creates value without your direct involvement, you're choosing the 7-figure model. Which one are you choosing most often right now?
What if I'm making a wrong choice?
And then we have E, which is expect to invest in order to grow. 7-figure businesses are built on strategic investment, not reckless spending, strategic investment. There's a difference. Reckless spending is buying things without knowing what return you expect. Strategic investment is making calculated decisions about where to put resources, time, money, energy, based on what will move the business forward most effectively. The 7-figure mindset expects to invest. It doesn't flinch at the right hire. It doesn't avoid the right advisor. It doesn't delay the right system because the upfront cost feels uncomfortable. Because the 7-figure mindset understands something the 6-figure mindset just doesn't. The cost of not investing is always higher than the cost of investing wisely.
You have to weigh the pros and the cons.
And we have V for value your expertise as its actual worth. This one connects directly to pricing, which we're going to go deeply into on the Profit Playbook series. But it starts here, in the mindset. Most contractor couples undercharge. Not because they don't know their costs, but because somewhere deep down they don't fully believe their expertise is worth what it actually costs to deliver it.
How do you know your self-worth?
The 7-figure mindset values expertise correctly. It charges what the work is actually worth, not what feels safe, not what the competitor charges, not what they think the client will accept without pushback, not what you remember in your brain as the correct amount. Your expertise has a value. And until you believe that, really believe that, your pricing will always reflect the doubt instead of the value.
I have tremendous value to this company.
Next, we have E, which is elevate the people around you. 7-figure businesses are not built on 1 or 2 exceptional people doing everything. They're built by leaders who are exceptional at developing other people. The 6-figure mindset asks, how do I find someone as good as me? The 7-figure mindset asks, how do I develop someone into who the business needs them to be?
I love being a mentor.
That shift from finding to developing changes everything about how you hire, how you lead, and how much your business can grow beyond your personal capacity. Your team is not a limitation. They're a multiplier, but only if you invest in elevating them.
Let's go team business.
So we have N for navigate by vision, not just by what's in front of you. This is the one that separates the businesses that grow intentionally from the ones that grow accidentally or not at all. Six-figure businesses are often navigated by what's urgent. What's the next job? What's the current problem? What needs to be handled today? Seven-figure businesses are navigated by vision. Where are we going in the next 3 years? What decisions today move us closer to that? What are we willing to say no to because it doesn't serve the direction that we've chosen? Vision isn't a luxury for big businesses. It's the tools that make businesses big. And for contractor couples specifically, the vision has to be shared. Both of you have to be navigating toward the same destination, because a business where two partners are pulling in slightly different directions will always move slower than the one where they're both fully aligned.
Yes, we're in lockstep.
Yes, right.
So this week, I want you to do something that might feel a little uncomfortable. Write it down, what your seven-figure business looks like. Not vaguely, specifically. What does your revenue look like? What does the team look like? What does your role look like? What does a Tuesday morning look like? And then underneath that, write down the beliefs that are currently telling you that picture isn't available to you. Because you can't challenge a belief that you haven't named. And you can't build a seven-figure business while quietly believing that you're not the person who gets to run one.
Dear Diary.
And if you look at what you've written and you realize the gap between where you are and where you want to be feels overwhelming, well, that's exactly where we come in. We work with contractor couples every day who are ready to make the leap from 6 figures to 7. And we help them build the financial strategy, the operational structure, and yes, the mindset to get there. So if you're ready to stop wondering whether 7 figures is possible and start building towards it, book a free strategy call with our team. Links below. We'd love to help you close that gap.
I'm here to offer my help.
The 6-figure mindset that built your business is something to be proud of. It got you here. It built something real, but it has an expiration date. And if you're feeling the ceiling right now, if the business feels like it's working harder than it's growing, it might be time to upgrade the operating system. Stop trading time for money. Expect to invest in order to grow. Value your expertise as it's actually worth. Elevate the people around you and navigate by vision, not just by what's in front of you. That's the 7 framework, and it starts with believing, really believing that 7-figure version of your business is not for other people. It's for you, if you're willing to think like it is.
I am, and I will.
In the next episode, we're getting into something that most business owners know is true, but almost nobody wants to say out loud. The thing holding your business back isn't the market, the economy, or your competition. It's you. And we're going to talk about exactly what that means and what to do about it. So make sure that you're subscribed so I can see you in the next one.
See you there.
This has been Bill for Two, the Mindset Shift, because your business can't outgrow the way you think about it. I hope that you have a fantastic day. I'll see you in my next video.